Welcome to another banging episode of Gundamentals, the hottest new gun show on the internet, on the planet. Today, we're talking about big boy power, big boy stopping power, no excuse. Nothing hits like this. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Showbiz. Welcome to another episode of Gundamentals. Today we're talking about nothing but power. I'd like to introduce to you the KS-12 by Kalashnikov USA. This, folks, is the one. 12 gauge AK style, loaded. Let me unload this. So I just want you to see how crazy this thing is. Let me pull that out. That's some big boys. Watch this. That's what this is shooting. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12 gauge, double-aught buck, big boy style, 12 pellets coming at your ass, insane. I also have some slugs in here. Big shiny slug, big boy. You definitely don't want to get hit by this thing. Goodness gracious. So everybody in the world needs a shotgun. So if you need one, why not have the biggest, baddest shotgun they have? And like I said, folks, we have here the Kalashnikov KS-12 semi-automatic shotgun. I don't even want to load this thing because this is a scary motherfucker. And I want you to know to be safe. But anyway, you put this in front first, just like an AK, you're there. This is considered a rifle. It's a shotgun. So yes, I can have a forward grip like this, a 90 degree. A lot of times I tell you about the pistols, you have to have an angled forward grip. This is one of the exceptions. This is a rifle. You can put a full grip on it. As you see, it holds 10 rounds of 12 gauge, of the craziest 12 gauge you could find. And you know, shotguns, they come out with all kinds of crazy ammunition, dragon's breath. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Look it up, man. Shotguns, 12 gauge, they got exotic. They got rounds with dimes and nails and shit in it. But slug and double-aught buck will do the job. And that's what I'm rocking with. Okay, the thing about this rifle is, other than it being powerful than a motherfucker, you can't put this mag in here unless you rack it for some reason. It's just very big, very tough. When I load this thing up with 10 rounds, actually there's probably 8 in there now. When I load this thing up with 10 rounds, it starts getting tough as you get down to it. But what I'm saying is, when this bolt is closed and you're trying to get it in there, it gives you a hard time. I'm pretty sure after break-in, it might be smoother. But hey, this isn't something you want to play with, man. Like I said, it's the same exact body chassis as an AK-47. So if you're familiar with the AK family, this is not going to be a problem. Dust cover pops off. I'm not going to break this thing down today. I just wanted to kind of show you one of the Gundamentals toys we have here. Not a toy for the kids, but a toy for the men. It has your dust cover that pulls off, single piston, just like an AK. You can clean it really nice. I love this gun because it has this whole grip on it. And as you know, if you know anything about whole grip, that's a rubber grip. And it's really rubbery. Although it's solid rubber, but it's got that rubbery to it. So that probably helps some of the recoil and some of the kick that this thing's going to give. It also has a nice rubber pad on the back for your shoulder. Because I promise you, after you shoot this mag, your arm is going to be in for a massage. This thing is definitely going to do the job. This is something you would keep for home defense, maybe by your bedside or by the front door, or just somewhere where you have easy access to it. As you see, it's tactical. So it has its Picatinny rails. One on both sides, one on the bottom. As you see, I've already put a forward grip on here. This does not come with this. This is something I added. Great for control. You know what I mean? You could put an angled grip on here too. Some people just hold it like this and they want it as a hand stop. But this one, like I said, it's a forward grip. It has paddle slots for your light. I plan to put a really nice light on this. So when I squeeze right here, boom, it'll light up to clear rooms. It's currently using the bead sight, as most shotguns do. It's got a rear sight that's midway down. It has a bead sight. So those will be your iron sights. So if you can line them up, you're hitting. But of course, there's a company out there that makes the upper rail for an AK system. It's called Texas Weapon System. Shout out to them. And it has a Picatinny rail here. crossing my fingers. If they have it for this rifle, it's going on here. And I'm going to put a crazy optic on here because this is a long-range gun. Although it does have a bracket here for an optic, I kind of like the direct one. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It has a couple of QD points. One in the back, one mid rifle, and one in the front. QD, for those that don't know, is quick disconnect. That's if you have one of those, if you have a sling and it has a little thing that looks like a little push button with bearings on it, that's a quick disconnect. So that'll just pop right into here. And like I said, it gives you options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on both sides. And or you can run your straps through here like some people do. I never understood that, but I guess they do it. This retracts. One thing I wouldn't do though with this gun, and this is maybe just me, I'm not crazy about the retractable here, and I'm going to tell you why. This buffer tube, which obviously isn't needed for an AK, but it is needed for a stock. This buffer tube is made out of polymer. So is this. So I'm sure, I'm probably wrong. Actually, I am wrong. It looks like the stopping, the little post in here that stops is metal. But with this type of recoil and kick, I can see this polymer. I don't know, maybe this is improved because it's metal. But I was watching a review on this rifle elsewhere on another channel, and this was getting fucked up. Like, I guess because of the recoil, it was like stretching that out, who knows. But luckily for me, I'm in perfect shape, I'm round. Now, I don't have to really extend it. I'll bring that thing right here, and I'm sure it's gonna fuck my shoulder up, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and unload this mag so I can show you guys how awesome this thing is with the mag in it. I'm gonna put all this. As you notice, I'm running a candy cane pattern here. I'm doing slug, buck, slug. You know what I'm talking about? I'm running a nice little candy cane pattern for you haters out there. Because you never know how they want it. You know, some people just want a hole through their chest. Some people want 12 holes through their chest. I'll let you choose. But this is what this gun is holding right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and two for the haters. So here we go. Empty mag, empty gun. It's so tough. Empty gun, empty mag. This is a bad motherfucker, man. This is so sexy. I mean, look at it. It looks like a gigantic AK. So let's say you're on the other side of the fence. You know, you're one of them shit talkers. And you're talking all this rah-rah shit, and somebody pulls up with this. That's going to change that entire attitude right here. Because, I mean, even a rhino or an elephant is going to run from this big bitch. So if your mouth is as big as a rhino or elephant, I'm sure you catch the right person, they're going to fill you up with that. I mean, we're not talking about shooting people on here, but this is personal defense. And I've never been attacked by a wild lion or nothing, but these people are wild too. So in this day and age, you have to be prepared for anything. Come knocking, the bullets get rocking. Believe that. So yeah, once again, this is a Kalashnikov KS-12, made in America. You know, Kalashnikov is the company who makes the AK-47, the real AK-47. There's a lot of AK-47 knockoffs. Not saying they're not AKs or they're any good, but they're like not a Kalashnikov. They're like Century Arms or Norelco or Norinco or whatever the fuck. I love them all. Don't get it twisted. I have them all. I have a Century Arms. I have a Norinco. I always say that wrong. And I have a Kalashnikov. But like I said, this is a genuine Kalashnikov USA. They cut a deal. I don't know how. Because I know Russia and the United States don't really get along, but maybe this was before that. But hey, they're not easily defined. I can take this brake off, and I don't know who in their right mind would even suggest a suppressor for a shotgun, because I don't even know if that would even work. But I don't know. But look, I can unscrew this, and I can put one of those really tough-looking breech. You know, the one that has a breech that has a little, looks like a crown on top, so you can break doors down and shit. The SWAT team and shit. Or I can put one of those big ass 50 BMG blocks on the front just to make it look scary. Or I can just put this thing on there, because I'm sure if you're on the opposite end of this barrel, you're not gonna see what it look like anyway. You're gonna see the flash. Actually, I think you feel the You feel the hit before you see the flash or some shit like that. But yeah, folks, Kalashnikov KS-12. I don't know what else I can say about this weapon other than you need to come with us and watch us shoot this thing. Well, I will be taking this out to the range shortly, and we're going to go through, put some rounds through this thing. And just for the hell of it, we're going to go ahead and put a lot of rounds through it, all kinds of different rounds, and see how it feeds and see what it likes. Because that's one thing, although they have all kinds of ammo for all kinds of guns, you have to find out what ammo works best in your gun. So I might have some shells, for example. These are what you call high brass. You see how tall the brass is on this? If you don't know about shotguns, you probably don't know about this. If you look at the high brass, the taller this is or the shorter brass, when you're doing semi-automatic, high velocity, you want to have high brass. If you have the lower brass, that's more for like a pump or something like that. This is not birdshot, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a whole bunch of little BBs that fly out. That's called birdshot. This is buckshot. Buckshot is equivalent to like 12 9mm pellets coming at your ass. And then, of course, a slug. I shouldn't have to say nothing. Slug, that just sounds crazy. That's just a big fucking huge hunk of lead in there that's coming, I don't know, let's say 1,100 feet per second. That's not, whew, I don't even like thinking about no shit like that. But once again, you can hunt with this. You can do home defense with this. You could breach shit with this. You can scare the living shit out of somebody with this. This is a must-have. I think if you're in the shotgun community or if you're in the self-defense or home defense community and you want a nice piece of machinery that's really going to have your back, I'd say the KS-12 is the way to go. They had one out before called the Sega. And I never had one, but actually my neighbor had one. And when he brought it over to me, he was like, man, this thing, I need some help. Can you clean it? Can you make it the action work better? Because it's very stiff and it was very machined. It had like a lot of metal shit. It was like cutting the fuck out of us. And I wasn't too fond because I shot it one time and that thing was a kick-ass. That thing was crazy. So now they come out with this one that has a little bit more polymer on it. I don't know if that makes it any better, but it makes it lighter. It makes it lighter. It's a little bit more modern and I like it. I can't wait to actually take this thing down and shoot it. I mean, if you don't want to wait for me, you're on YouTube, man. Go look that up. Go look up KS-12 shotgun. And I'm sure you're going to see a whole bunch of crazy motherfuckers out in the woods shooting these and bump fire and doing all kinds of wild shit. I haven't done that with this yet, but I will. It never gets old. You can look at a video that was 5 years ago about this gun and look at a video now that's about this gun and it's still entertaining because this is just a bad motherfucker. And not everybody has this. That's one thing I can say. A lot of people like the idea of this. They touched it. They went to the gun shop and held it. But did they actually go through it and buy it? No. Gundamentals, we have one right here. And this retails for about $1,000. You could probably catch it for like $800. Maybe even catch a deal online. I don't know, but they're rare. You're not going to see this like a Glock. Like a Glock is everywhere, or a SIG. Everybody has SIGs. This is one of those guns that you might walk in the gun store and see it on the wall. Like, holy shit, let me see that thing. And come back 2 days later like, yeah, somebody bought it. So the place that this was at, somebody bought it. It ain't there no more. But like I said, man, the Kalashnikov, once again, it is semi-automatic. For those who don't know, semi-automatic means every time I pull the trigger, it shoots. Traditional shotgun, you shoot, you cock it, boom. Cock it, boom. This motherfucker, boom, 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 boom. Very, very, very serious work. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the KS-12 Kalashnikov 12 gauge semi-automatic AK-style rifle is a winner. And here at Gundamentals, we give this a big score. We really love this thing. My team and I were fucking around with it, and it's exciting, man. We're getting ready to go. We're about to go make some holes and some stuff, man. So stay tuned, comment, subscribe, like, share. Click the little notification bell down there. I think it's right there. Click that to get notified. That means every time I drop a new video, you will get a little notification so you can go check it out. You know, man, fuck with me, man. Help me out. I'm trying to reach my 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how all that works. Like I said, I'm not really doing this to be, you know, a million follower YouTuber. I'm just, you know, I'm having fun, man. This is one of the things I like to do. This isn't my career. I'm not in the gun business. I'm just an advocate for guns. I'm a fun-loving American gun owner. And hey, I wanted to talk about my guns and talk to you guys about my guns and show you the guns and have a little bit of fun, man. I do know some shit, so I can probably teach you something too if you don't know. So once again, stay tuned, man. Comment, like, subscribe. Do all the things you do on YouTube to ride with me. And we're going to have some fun on Fundamentals, man. Make sure you visit Fundamentals.com and get your official Fundamentals merch. I'm going to start wearing my hoodies and cups and stuff just so you can see them. But it's pretty cool. Got the logo on it. Shit is bumping. Fuck with us, man. Stay tuned.